Hi, I'm Ron Halbritter, Technical Advisor for Legendary Auto Interiors, and I'd like to welcome you to Legendary Studio, where today we're going to show you the proper way to install our new 1979 Deluxe Hobnail Cloth Firebird interior. Along with our new molded foam kit, together with Randy Brown, we're going to show you why Legendary Auto Interiors is #1 with collectors, restorers, and enthusiasts worldwide.
Our first step, we want to flip over the bottom side of the foam and glue some burlap to the bottom side of the foam. That's going to provide some stability so the foam doesn't seep down through the coil sections of the seat. Now we want to measure the seat foam, find our center point, find the center point on our seat cover. So when we line the seat cover up on the molded foam, we know that it's going to be symmetrically placed on top of the molded foam. We want to check the front edge to make sure that piping rides right along the very edge of the foam. Along the center section, you'll see that there's a wire that's injected in with the molded foam. This is where we want to attach our listing pockets down through our foam and hog ring around that cable that's actually molded into the foam. Now we want to place a hog ring in the center section of the horizontal listing pocket. Now the listing pocket, you'll need to put a factory replacement wire in there. We need to remove those from your original covers. Once the horizontal ones are done, you want to come to the vertical ones that run front to back and attach 3 to 4 hog rings per side. Once the insert section is secured, you want to come over to our front edges and wrap around the material over the top of the molded foam. Now you can compress that molded foam up underneath the seat cover as you're rolling it over so it fills out the seat cover real nice. Now you want to make sure that your piping or the welt that runs along the edge is all going in the same direction as well. You'll see Randy's tucking the molded foam up underneath the seat cover so it has a nice symmetrical smooth look. After the front edges are wrapped around, you'll see that there's a plastic flap that's sewn along the entire bottom edge. What this does is it wraps over the top of the seat frame and clicks into place. And it actually locks into place securely under the seat frame edge. You want to start at the front center and work your way out. Once you roll it up, secure it into place and roll the edge of the material over, it should just click right into place. Now if you find you're getting any wrinkles, you can actually retrace your steps, unclick it, and work any wrinkles out, and then work it into place again and secure it. Now after your front edge and your side edges are secured, you want to come back over to the rear section. There's a small edge that has a small tab that plastic area clips into, and then you wrap the vinyl around the edge and secure it with a hog ring on the back side of the seat. Now you want to repeat the process on the opposite side as well. Now, if at any point during your restoration you want to have the professionals at Legendary Auto Interiors do the work for you, give us a call at 1-800-363-8804 or visit our website at www.legendaryautointeriors.com. Now you see Randy has secured the opposite side, and now all we have to do is secure the rear stretch panel. And what that does, it folds over the back edge and attaches to the seat springs. Now there's a plastic cap that goes over that rear section, so don't be alarmed that you don't have any material that covers that rear section. Now moving on to our front seat top, we want to make sure that the back side has padding on it, so when the seat cover is installed, it doesn't wear prematurely on the metal edges of the seat frame. Now the back side of the headrest area, you can reuse your old foam cap that protects the seat cover from wearing against the metal frame, or you can do what we did and our situation here and just put a new piece of foam back there. This will actually help fill out your seat cover on the back side and help protect it against the seat frame. As we did on our front seat bottoms, you want to measure and find your center point of your molded foam and do the same thing with the seat cover. This way your seat cover, when you install it, will be installed symmetrically. You want to measure the top and bottom side before we start to install our seat cover. Our first step to install the seat cover would be to set it on top of the seat and pull it down along the sides so we get the headrest area, the back side of the headrest area, to look good. And we put it back up on our table, and the horizontal listing wires we want to attach to the wire that's down in the channel of the molded foam. And then as you work your way down, you want to work down the vertical pleats. You want to do one at a time on each side, hot ring through the listing wire, and then down in the channel of the foam, there'll actually be another wire that you hot ring around as well. Now you want to keep that tension tight, pulling it down towards the bottom of the seat as you go. Then we want to come over to the opposite side and attach the seat cover as well. Then you want to periodically peek on the front side and pull the cover down tight so it doesn't have any wrinkles or any puckers in the front side of the seat cover. I usually like to check the front side of the seat cover after I put one hog ring in. That way you can make sure that the cover is going to look really good as you're going along, and that way you don't get too far ahead of yourself if the cover has a wrinkle in it or it needs to be adjusted or redone in one specific area. Now once the hog rings are attached along the side edges, you want to come down to the bottom, compress the foam, and then wrap the seat cover over the edge of the molded foam and the seat frame. At this point, you want to come over to the front side of the seat cover, make sure all the piping is going in the same direction before you flip it over and start to work on the back side. Now on the back side, we first want to attach below the headrest area. You want to hog ring around the listing cord that's sewn into the seat cover, and then hog ring around the seat frame. And you'll see the specific area where the hog ring needs to go. After the top edge is done, you want to come and do the side edges. You want to start and secure the bottom edge first, and then go up along the side edges and just attach those. You want to repeat the process on the opposite side. You want to make sure that the corners are done and overlapped, so that way when you put your back panel on your seat, it's going to fill out. After the back is attached, come over to your front side, check it out, make sure the wrinkles are done before you attach the lower stretch panel. Now the lower stretch panel stretches between the arms that come down off the front seat top. You'll see there's a row of hog rings that is attached along the bottom edge, and then there's a flap on the lower stretch panel that comes up underneath the back panel and is secured to the seat. It's secured through the vinyl and around the seat frame. You'll see the corner edges. You just want to secure those tight to the seat cover so it has a nice, clean, crisp look. Now what we're doing here is cutting around the hinge post. And we make a small relief cut, take a small razor blade and cut around there so the post actually comes through the seat material. You want to make sure that your seat cover is all installed correctly, how you like it, with no wrinkles, before you make these cuts. That way if you have to adjust anything or go back, you don't have to recut that hole and have an additional hole in your seat cover. Our next step, we want to cut the seat stop. It is actually a bolt in the rear portion of the front seat bottom, and what that prevents is the seat from folding all the way back on the hinges. Sometimes you can reach underneath the seat cover and feel where the hole is that needs to be cut, or sometimes you can feel right through the material and find out where the hole is. You want to cut some excess material out, insert the bolt, and then the front seat top is ready to attach to our front seat bottom. Now when you're attaching those, you want to put the seat over the top of the hinge pin and then have it rest against the bolts that we just installed.
Well, hopefully we've shown you how easy it is to install these seat covers. You see Randy did a fine job installing these covers. Now if you want to have the professionals at Legendary Auto Interiors do the work for you, give us a call at 1-800-363-8804 or visit our website at www.legendaryautointeriors.com. Now I'd like to thank all the people that made this possible, all the people at Legendary Auto Interiors. I'd like to thank Randy Brown, and most of all, I'd like to thank you. I'm Ron Halbritter for Legendary Auto Interiors. We'll see you next time.